everyone. We're live. Welcome to Pat Nash Talks, where we have straight talk from the heart. I know for my people who are used to seeing me live, you're thinking it's not Sunday night, right? But how often do I break from the usual Sunday night at 8 Central to jump in here, especially when we're supposed to be on this break right until January the 11th? How often do I do that? I've never done it. But when something is so very important and dear to your heart, you make time for it. So, with that being said, today we're talking to a very special friend of mine. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on because I need to see her beautiful face. I need to see her beautiful face.
At you. Oh my goodness.
Okay. I don't do this. I do not do this. But this is so important, you guys. I have brought on the one and only Coriya Burns, and I know her as wearing so many other hats. But we connected on what she's going to tell you about right now. I'm not going to take up. This might be Pat Nash Talks, and y'all know I know how to talk. But what's even more important, I know how to listen, and I know how to share with you because I love you. Good stuff. And we got so much good stuff. I am going to say this. I can't stop. I met my sister and my partner in faith and my partner in goals and dreams and visions. It is incredible. Y'all know how I said when you move people out of the way that are not going where you're going, it's amazing the people who come in your life. Mm-hmm. She's one of those people. So I know I would have never met you had I stayed and wasn't willing to grow. And, I have this saying, Coriya, that says, when you're ready to grow and you're ready to go, not everybody can go with you.
Wow. That's a whole sermon right there, Pat.
Girl, it is. But am I not speaking to the choir?
You are absolutely, because, a lot of people will put their luggage on you and you may not be equipped to carry all of that, right?
Oh.
And you trying to carry everybody with you.
You're going to try it.
You're going to leave your stuff back there. I got some stuff for you to carry. You can't carry your own stuff because you're trying to carry everybody else.
But I did it. I did it.
We have done it.
Many years. So you guys, I'm not going to go on in the past, but when I met her and I talk, so I'm sharing my story and she's looking at me like, have you been reading my diary?
Right.
We still laugh about it. I could be thinking of something and I share it with her and she's like, let me run around the block.
I do all the time.
And that has led us to where we are now. Miss Gold Digger, and where we're going to go in 2026. You guys, 2025 is not over. We still have time, but the power and vision of what I see is too exciting. I'm not going to talk anymore. I'm not. But
you must. It's Pat Nash Talks. You got to talk. We're going to have a conversation.
I know, Coriya, but I want them to hear so much about what you got going on because it excites me. My dreams keep me awake. I've coined that.
Oh, wow.
They keep me awake. And you do the same thing. It's like I'm looking at you going from Ghana to the U.S. to working and doing all the things that you're doing and now giving and still pouring into women. What are you about to do this weekend? I want to jump into that and we're going to talk, but I want to jump into what is about to happen in Atlanta, Georgia on the 3rd.
If I had to sum it up in one word, it's impact.
Yes.
I will be impacting men and women's lives on January the 3rd with something I've done for 13 years. This is not something I woke up yesterday and just said, I think I'm going to impact people. No, this is a 30-year legacy, thank God, that I will be embarking on January 3rd.
So what is this? It's called Faith Board. Now, we've done vision boards.
Yes.
I love vision boards. And, you and I are going to do some things in the future. But what is this Faith Board? And I want to say this, because this is year 13, this is sort of like a reset this year, because if you think about it, 12 biblically is like the number of perfect government. You step past it with this organization, government's 12 disciples,
You are
12
teaching me
months of the
something.
year.
Yes, yes,
12
yes.
months of the year. 13 is like surpassing that. I got chills right now. And you're stepping into something else. And I know now why the face of this thing is changing so dramatically, because it's a reset. So, Miss Gold Digger, please tell us.
GOAL, not GOLD.
Right. They can see it.
Look.
Gold.
AL.
Look, let me take out my southern accent. Not gold digger.
Right.
Gold. Like goals and visions and all of that. So tell us how this vision board is going to help the average or the above average goal orientated person excel and make a difference.
Absolutely. And I'm glad you said it like that. So you said we've done vision boards, and that's kind of how this came about. We can tell that story a little bit different. I mean, a little bit later, but faith board is different. It's a faith-based twist on a vision board. Mm-hmm. Vision boards are visual. A faith board is built on faith and prayer ahead of time. Lord, what is it that you would have me to do? Now, I know what I want to do. I want to be a singer, but God might be saying, that ain't your ministry, baby. You can produce. Because singing is not my ministry, okay? That's how I ended up in radio. I'm serious. All my families, they are singers. I can't carry it.
I did not know that.
My father
Look, I can do backup dancing. That's all I can do. I'm not a singer.
My father plays 12 instruments. My mother has a degree in music theory. Both of my sisters can sing, and I cannot carry a tune in a bucket. So here I am in radio, and we step out there so many times based on what we want, and we do that without consulting God. So I said, pray first and ask God, what is it that you would have me to do? Which is how my whole, journal came together. Pray, plan, execute, fail-proof goals in 5 easy steps, because the steps involve, you got to consult God first. You have to consult the creator and say, what did you create me for? I know what I want. I know what I like. And then I'm going to ask y'all a question. Are you willing to forego what you like and what you want for what God has for you to do? Because you can get out there and do what you want and do what you like, and you can be very good, Pat. You can be very good.
Been there and done that.
Right. Or you can do what you were created to do and be great.
And impactful.
There you go. And impactful. So, Lord, what is it that you would have me to do? And then that's where the basis of our and the foundation of our board start. And then you have the faith that if God told me this is what I'm supposed to be doing,
no matter what it looks like, it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It's fail-proof. It's going to happen. Yeah.
So it started 13 years ago, and I kind of know this story, but I think you were invited to a traditional vision board party by a good friend of yours.
Yes.
And but when did you sit in that and realize, but we need to consult God first?
Yeah.
And we need to find out exactly his dream or his intention for our lives, because we were created uniquely for our own talent and gifts. So what made you jump to that?
I got to tell you that God backed me in a corner. I'm just going to tell you, when he backed me in a corner, it's like, I think I'm going to have to reverse engineer this thing with you. So I was invited to actually a girls' weekend at a beautiful resort here in Georgia. And we had this penthouse suite, and I was like, oh, we're going to have girls' weekend. And they're like, we're going to do vision boards.
And you're like if you could hear the scratch of the record, like,
ma'am,
like that don't sound fun.
I hot mad. Do you hear me?
I'm gonna have glue and scissors and.
I said, I don't want to do no arts and crafts project at the Ritz-Carlton. Like, who does that? Right? I'm here to sit on the balcony and enjoy the penthouse and the club level. If I can just be real, I'm being serious.
No, that's what I love about you.
I said, I don't want to do it. We did them anyway. And after we did them, we all stood around this table and we prayed over them. Right?
Okay, okay.
So here's where God was tricking me and backing me into a corner. I never forget this vision board sitting on my table, and I looked down and I believed. I was like, let me put this stuff on this board that I believe God gonna do. So
Because we know that's scriptural too, right? The vision make it plain.
absolutely,
So we know that's okay.
And I looked down at this board and I said, "Oh my gosh, that's been done. Oh my God, that's been done, and that's been done." So then I said, "Okay." My mind playing tricks on me, right? So I looked down at this board and I said, that can be done. That can be done. And that can be done. And things continue to manifest themselves. And I said, this isn't a vision board at all. This is a faith board. I had the faith
to write it down in the first place.
Absolutely. And that they would occur. And legitimately, faith board at that point was born. I was like, Lord, what are you doing? And then the following year, I invited some people to my home and we sat on the floor and we did these boards. And I said, oh my goodness, what is going on? What is happening? And that's how it all started.
Wow. So I didn't tell you I was going to ask this, but I want to know, what is one of those things that you or someone in your group wrote on their board by faith? We write things by faith and say, God, if you're real, I'm going to write this anyway. Not that I really believe it, but just a mustard seed is the action of writing it down. Somebody's baby is terribly upset right now.
Girl, listen, look, you see me trying to text and everything else.
Get the baby. Get the baby.
Please stop him. Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's okay. No. You think we're going to push past that? We're women.
Yeah. It's so many, Pat, so many things to name. We have had people legitimately, and I'm not kidding, with hip pain, completely healed. I cannot make this stuff up.
Oh, I believe you.
Had people not just buy homes, but there's a young lady who's going to be there on Saturday who bought a home a year ahead of time when she said she was going to buy this home. Now I may have to go and stop him in a minute, but she was supposed to buy,
I will be yeah,
right. She was supposed to buy a home this year. She bought her home last September. You keep talking, Pat. Hold on 2 seconds.
And while she's going to silence the baby, I'm going to give you 3 things why I know vision boards, faith boards work. As a woman of faith myself, I wrote on a vision board. I actually wrote on a notebook that I had. So you don't have to use a board on the wall. You can literally do a notebook or a scrapbook. I wrote on a notebook 3 things that I wanted to happen, right? And I knew I didn't even think about it being faith, but I wrote on a notebook 3 things that I wanted to happen. And fast forward to now that was 5 years ago. So some things take longer, but I wrote it down. Hey, Jaleesa, I said, I wrote it down. Every one of those things have happened. And I would say in 2025, the last one happened that I wrote.
That is excellent.
So, I'm about to think bigger and bigger and bigger. You guys, it works. And sometimes when you write that down, you don't have a clue. This is how you know this thing is powerful. When you write it down, Coriya, tell me if this is true.
Mm-hmm.
When you write it down, you are writing down something that you don't have a clue how it's going to work out. Not one clue. You don't have that's when you know this thing is real. It's like, this is what I want. I don't even know how to get there. I don't even know where to start, but this is what I want. And it's amazing how the universe starts pulling things together, drawing things to you to make those things happen. And it started with that small mustard seed faith.
That's right.
That is already in us. I don't know if you remember saying this about, you mentioned spirit being the creator.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, because we are his children,
That's
guess
it.
what? We are made in his image. We are creators. And the same way he did it, writing it down with the word, speaking it out, is
Speak it.
how he designed us. He designed us after him, or spirit that has no male or female attribute. We are designed in that same power, which is incredible. So anyway, girl, I can go on and on and on. I'm a byproduct of
Yeah.
being ignorant enough to believe what I
Yeah.
wrote and saying, okay, I do understand one thing. I don't have to figure it out. I just have to write it down.
You got to write it down. And like I said, for me, it's 3 steps: is pray, plan, execute.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I do.
I got the book, by the way. I went to
things.
Amazon and got it. Mm-hmm. I have it. I should have had it with me. I'm not at home, or I would have ran and grabbed it and was like, I got it.
Yeah,
So
that's years and years of notes and the exact thing that I do. And I do it over, and I do one every year, and I start over and get another one and start over.
I'm gonna say that. What do you do? Yeah, and I see that's a different version of it. Play, print,
that's just that's the earlier version, and then this is just the newer
updated.
version.
Yes,
So,
yes. That's the one I have, the one that's in your hand.
Yep.
So, Coriya, you said something that was going to be a question of mine.
Okay.
What if you wrote in January 2025 some things you wanted to do, and you look at that now because you wrote it down and you never picked it up again?
Mm-hmm.
And you look at it now and you're like, do I have to write this again?
Been there, done that.
I heard you say, I wrote it again and again and again.
That's right.
So what advice would you give people that say, I wrote it down? I have my own advice that I give people now, but I wrote it down, and because I didn't even go back and look at it, I think it doesn't work. And why should I have to do it again?
I'm so glad you asked. So one of my taglines, we both are coaches,
Mm-hmm.
for my mindset coaching company is, I help women reclaim passion for goals that they abandoned due to family, careers, or failed attempts. So let me tell you something. The goal that you wanted to accomplish in 2024, it may not have been time for it then. You may not have been mature enough. And ladies, don't get mad when I say this. You may not have been prepared mentally at that time. It doesn't mean that you still can't accomplish the goal. That's not what it means. It means that it may not have been for a time such as then.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean that you got to throw out the baby with the bathwater, right?
Right.
So there are some things that, had I accomplished them in 2023, 2024, 2025, I would have
jacked them up.
Baby.
That's just the word I use. It would have been jacked up. It would have been. And let me say this too, Coriya. I don't know if this happens to you, but the person I was when I wrote those, wow, I am such a different person.
There you go. There you go.
Right now, I am such a different person.
Right.
And I actually had to go back and write some of those things bigger. They weren't big enough. They weren't big enough dreams and goals. And some stuff that I wrote down years ago, I don't even want them anymore. So you know what I think about being a mother? You know how you have a kid?
I'm about to run. It's about to happen again.
Girl, I know, right? I see you about to again.
I need people to see this happen in real time. So I want to finish, and then I'm going to read you something that was posted
you wrote down
an hour ago. Y'all, this happens all the time with me and Pat. Now you get to see it happen in real time. So go ahead and finish your point, and then I'm gonna read to you what I wrote 1 hour ago.
Things I wrote down because I was a different person. Some things I weren't healed from at that time. Some things I wasn't confident in. Some places I had to grow. That I wrote it down. First of all, it wasn't big enough, and it was in the wrong area. The concentration was in the wrong area. Look at her over there right now. So when I shifted it, oh my God, I think that's why I feel this surge, this power surge now, because there is a confidence that I'm right where I needed to be. I am not late. I
Mm.
am not behind in any way. I'm right where I needed to be. And I'm not talking about me, you guys. I'm talking about you. You
Yes.
were late, but there is nothing. I think of scripture because I've been studying for some whiles, right? I think of scripture that every seed that is planted will bear fruit in its season.
Due season. Yes, ma'am.
Don't
That's it.
forget that things that are planted grow in different seasons.
Yes.
And that's why I realized some people were for different seasons too.
Right.
Sometimes the stuff that you're reading now, you guys, it's not new stuff. You
Mm.
look at it, you're like, how did I miss this? It's not that you missed it. You're a different person now.
Wow.
You're ready for it. You're so ready. You have arrived. You're a different person now. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. I see.
Let me ask you this before I read you what I said. Do you think that some people they're afraid that they'll fail?
Oh, absolutely.
And they never start because they're afraid that they'll fail. And then the ones who do start don't even think. You said something about not.
You don't even think it's gonna work. You just write it down because you got to write something.
And not dreaming big enough. You said something like my goal. They weren't big enough.
It was too small.
So 1 hour ago, I said, tonight, while you watch the sparklers and countdown, I want you to look at your 2026 and ask, is my vision big enough to require a blueprint? Y'all, I can't make this stuff up. Me and Pat didn't talk before this.
No.
And I know you said your dreams keep you up. I always say, if your why don't make you cry, it's not enough. My why continuously makes me cry. Not because I'm sad.
But Coriya, let's do this too. Let's make a note of that, and we'll have this show to help us. When you and I do come together, you guys, there's going to be an hour and an opportunity for two people who spirit has grown in separate areas to bring them together for such a time as this.
Wow.
To bring us together. So all of the lessons that she has learned, all the lessons that I have learned, we're going to come together, not this Saturday. It wasn't time for me yet, but we're going to come together and we are going to pour those into people that we want to see succeed. We want them to push past who they are or who they thought they were. Because a lot of times we don't dive into ourselves. It's not that we're afraid. I think Maya Angelou said this. It's not that we're afraid we're not enough. We're afraid that we're powerful beyond what we're doing.
I love it.
And to see that and to see our shortcomings makes us feel sad because we don't know how to push past that.
Right.
So we're going to. So this weekend, you're going to help some women who gave up and said this thing don't work. Women and men. I love it.
Women and men. Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, we can't leave out the brothers because
we got three powerful brothers that's going to be doing these panels, and y'all, it's going to be amazing.
I'm so jealous right now. You know I am jealous. I told Angee she better make notes. She better make good notes because I could not get to Atlanta this weekend. And but I know it's not an accident. It's you need to be there without me going, oh my gosh, I need to run around the building. Yeah. so that when we do get together,
I love it.
Together in that kind of setting, we will be side by side sharing the things that we know have worked for us and people that we have witnessed it work for. Right. So if you could tell anybody what to expect this Saturday, because some people are like, what's a faith board? How is it different from a vision board? You kind of gave the principles and the thought process behind the word faith. It's not just what you see in vision, but it's by faith that you write it down and you believe it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And that is your responsibility to do that.
Yep. And it's going to be broken down into 3 segments. And this is, the event itself has evolved over the years, but 3 segments and super easy. If you get these 3 things on this broadcast today, you will come Saturday prepared. Number 1, we're going to talk about the temple. We must talk about the temple, the health part, the mental, emotional, the spiritual. So we have the temple, then we have the stewardship. Y'all, we moving so far beyond let me get a house. Okay. We're talking about wealth. We're talking about trust. We're talking about estates. We're talking about building businesses with your children. One of the young ladies that's going to be on the panel. And I'm not saying let me build this business and give it to my children. No,
build it with them. Train them how to run it.
That part at 9 and 11. They're doing EIN numbers and LLCs and all of that. So we're going to talk about that on the stewardship.
I love it.
And then, baby, this final panel, the ambition. I have the best of the best. AI experts, business builders, take what you know to get what you want to build businesses you never thought possible on this.
Yes.
On that last panel, the ambition panel, we have the publishing king, AJ Joyner, who has built an app where you can write a book just like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not necessarily with AI. He just shows you how to break down every part of a book that you would need and put it all together. And we have Marvette Critney, who, look, she out here building avatars. And that panel is moderated by Rhonda Hines, who just hit 100,000 subscribers or more on YouTube. Y'all, it is going to be amazing. All of the panels will be amazing. Janai Thornton from Envision Financial Management and Thank Me Later helps to manage some of the biggest artists in the business, is going to be on the stewardship panel. Y'all, Nico Flowers is going to be moderating the temple.
You know, I'm really jealous right now. You know that. Right?
Listen, y'all, and this man, he has this book. I want to say My Hurt, Your Heal. Is it? Yeah, My Hurt, Your Heal is his book. The greater the obstacle, the greater the glory. He is going to be moderating the first. I can't even tell y'all. Go to my Instagram and you can see all of the speakers, because I'll be calling names all day to try to tell you everyone who's going to be there. But y'all, get your ticket. If you can afford it, get a VIP ticket, because you get to mix and mingle with all of these speakers for a half hour before the doors even open.
That's so important. I'm telling you. I just told Angee that. I said, you are a byproduct of the 5 people that you let into your inner circle and your space. Look at the 5 people you're closest to. And if you want to go to a next level, you realize they're not there, love on them, but find yourself those people to attach to and rub elbows with that are where you want to go. Pat, it's so important.
That is it, Pat. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. My mother used to say, and I'm paraphrasing, but very close to what she said. She said, if you got 5 broke friends, you liable to be the 6th.
6.
I was like, oh, excuse me. But she would always liken it to the girls who were, how can I say this, loose.
Yes.
And a lot of other different things. But she would say, if you got 5 of them hanging around you, whatever those 5 are, you lie. And that's what she say. You know how country folks are. You're liable to be the 6th. And I'm like, well, what I don't want to do is I don't want to be the 6th.
My dad used to say, check your company. Check your company, because birds of a feather flock together.
Absolutely.
And why are you hanging around people who you have nothing in common with? And so that was hard for me, because I am such a person who loves to help. And if I see a need, a lot of times I was gravitating to the need I saw in people, because I knew. But I'm hanging around a bunch of needy people. I don't want to say it like that. I'm hanging around a bunch of people I see I can help. But I promise you, when it was time for me to get some assistance and some help, they were nowhere to be found. And they look at you like, why do you?
That's the problem. I never want to be the smartest person in the room.
No, it doesn't hurt me.
I never want to be the smartest person in the room. That's why, I'm gravitating toward people I know who are greater than me. And then when I get to a certain level, guess what? Somebody else ought to be wanting to, grab onto me. But it's because they're trying to go higher, not because they're trying to be my equal.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That's not what we want to do. We always want to be ascending to the next level, so these other folks can ascend to the next level, and then they can bring somebody, and it's just supposed to keep going like that.
Yes, it is.
We stay here too long. Women, I'm talking to you.
Too long.
Right here.
That's why my books are all written. I love my brothers and they'll get a lot out of them, but all my books are written primarily to women, first of all, because I'm a woman and I knew the torture I put myself through.
Right.
In not only marriage relationships, but friend relationships.
Yeah. Agree.
You choose those relationships, you guys, based on how you see yourself.
Oh, wow.
So if you love, girl, if you love some you and you know you want to go to the next level, you don't let anybody hold you back from that. And you understand, I am not Junior Holy Spirit. So maybe it's not for me.
Junior Holy Spirit.
Maybe it's not for me to be in these people's lives. I need to move on because I know I have a need. I don't know everything. And the things that I'm missing, I can't get here. I have to move here. Doesn't mean I don't love them. But I do know that Spirit loves them and understands them more than I do. And he will send the person who can meet their need. I don't have to do everything for everybody. I don't.
So I'm going to hurt some more women's feelings. And if I do, you can say amen or you can say ouch. Choose your response.
Yeah.
But ladies, you can help people to the point of handicapping them.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
I talk about that all the time.
You can hinder
their growth. You stop their growth.
Absolutely. And that goes for your children. Okay.
Double.
That goes for your children. You can help them to the point of handicapping them. Let them go and walk on their own. So,
it's selfish on our behalf. It's selfish on our behalf a lot of times. Oh, I don't want them to experience what I experienced. I don't want them to do this. So I'm going to make sure they're here and they're there. Well, guess what? The things you experienced made you who you are.
That's exactly what I was about to say. You think about the butterfly in the cocoon. Yeah. If you help the butterfly out of the cocoon, 9 times out of 10, the butterfly will not survive, because part of strengthening their wings and getting themselves together so they can fly away is the struggle that they have to go through to get out of the cocoon. But you want to help people. You're trying to peel back. You're trying to help them out. Hold on, I'm coming.
And you're hurting yourself.
And
you know how many women that I personally know, I'm not talking about what I heard, women I personally know who love their kids so much that they're not here right now. They died from neglecting their health, neglecting their heart, carrying all the stress that was not meant for them to carry. You let these people feel some of these mistakes they're making. Let them feel it.
Absolutely.
One thing they do learn is, let me stop touching this stove because it's burning me.
That's right.
But if you're spending all your time watching them and running and taking them off the stove, they never learn anything. And I'm not saying do it to the point of, well, you can't even protect them from that. Once they get a certain age, I'm telling you, once they get a certain age, what we call the age of accountability, you have to be a different type of parent. You have to be a different type of parent. As much as you want to say that's going to always be my baby, that's going to always be the human that you had. But that baby does not belong to you. It was entrusted to you. You were literally, if you are a believer, you understand the principle. That spirit was alive before it was placed inside of you. And you, as the mother, were just given the duty and the responsibility to bring it into this atmosphere, to hold it, to give birth to it, to feed it, to teach it, to do the best that you can do. And then you turn around and you give it back to the creator, the person who made that spirit. But we want to keep it. We want to hold on to it. It's mine. It's mine. It's not. You're messing with stuff that does not belong to you.
Right.
Then the sad part is you don't give them the opportunity to learn and to grow and to figure out who the creator is, because you become Junior Holy Spirit. And you're that person for them. And it's selfish. I was listening to my coach. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to turn this back over because I have some questions for you that I think other people will want to know about this experience. My coach, who is ET, #1 speaker in the world, and everybody knows a lot about Eric Thomas, or ET. He was homeless. He was a dropout. He was, not his parents' favorite. But he said all his life he's telling his kids, I want you to have what I didn't have, and I want you to be better than me. He said, and I realized I was being selfish. And he said his son was saying stuff like, you want me to be a natural fighter, but I ain't never had to fight, Dad. Never. So where do they learn to fight if they don't get a chance to exercise that muscle? Like you said with the butterfly.
Yeah.
If you're always running to fight for them, you had to fight for yourself. Of course you know how to fight. You but if you're always doing it for them, they don't get the wonderful growth experience.
Right.
And learning how to do it for themselves. That's amazing. That's amazing. So, question for you. Everybody shows up on the first day. I think you said it. Are they required to have something let them know what they need to have with them when they come? Do they have to have materials, or do they already have to have the vision board done so that when they get there, you can just show them how to make that thing work? What can they expect?
They absolutely don't need to bring anything but themselves.
Okay.
An open mind and a willingness to listen. I provide everything. You show up, the boards are there, the scissors are there, the glue is there, the clip art and whatever it is you want are there, the speakers are there. The speakers will give you things. I'm gonna give y'all a little peek into just how deep you get with this thing. And nobody knows this except for the listeners of Pat Nash Talks. That's it. Nobody knows that this is going to happen.
Y'all, that's why y'all listen, right?
That's why you listen. And when I say nobody.
Yeah.
So in this first panel, the temple, one of the things that's going to happen at the end of that panel, Angee, close your ears because you'll be there. One of the things that's going to happen at the end of that particular panel is we are going to be giving everybody a prescription pad, just like your doctor would write you a prescription at the doctor's office, right? And you are going to write yourself a prescription to take home with you.
Oh, I love it.
You can put it on your board. You can put it in your wallet. You can do whatever. I can't imagine looking down at something and y'all, it looks just like a prescription you would get from your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what you heard from our fitness expert, Jackie Page of Magic 107.5, 97.5, The Real Sound of Atlanta. I'm in radio. I can't help but do that. What you hear from Valerie Champion, who is a life coach, what you hear from Anika Jenkins, who just went through the biggest health scare in her 30s, and her talking about now how she is an advocate of not being stressed. And it was stress.
It will kill you. I keep telling them women be under so much of it. And it's self-inflicted.
Based on what you hear from those folks, you're going to write yourself a prescription. And y'all, if you've ever been to Faith Board Experience, I don't allow you to write on the board, oh, I want to lose 30 pounds in 2026. Ma'am, that does not fly at Faith Board Experience. Okay. Yeah, we go through this book. And in this book, there's a section where you have a goal. You have mini goals under that goal, and then you have tasks attached to each mini goal that you can check off. And if you do those things, you eventually will get to your goal, right? You'll reach that goal. Right. I want to lose 30 pounds, but what are the mini goals with that? Okay, right. I'm going to walk this much per week. I'm going to stop eating at 8 p.m. I'm going to seek out a nutritionist, whatever it is. And then with those, then you have tasks attached to those mini goals. Because then I'm going to ask you, you gonna walk 30 minutes a day? When you going to walk? I don't know, because, I really don't have time. That's where where the pretty pictures and you of a size 6 is not going to fly, because you don't have a plan. It's called pray, plan,
and then execute. Okay, I love it.
So I asked you, what you going to get rid of? What you're not going to be doing every day to work this 30 minutes into being able to walk. Oh, okay, well, what if so-and-so calls and they say you got to do this? You got to eliminate.
Do it on the phone while you walking.
You got to eliminate the distractions. And in this book as well is a list of distractions. Is it social media? Let me tell y'all this, and then we're going to go to the next question. On my phone about 7 years ago, I installed a headache. I'm going to call it a headache that will not allow me to get on social media after a certain time at night or before a certain time in the morning. And when I tell y'all I'm in Georgia, I got to walk to Alabama to get on social media after a certain time. It's so many steps and it frustrates me so much. But guess what?
It keeps you off of it, whatever it takes. You need to be sharing that too. Make sure people know what tool that is.
Like, how do you do it? How do you get it done? Oh, I have ways. I have methods.
Because I see you, and I told you this earlier. You're so inspiring. I see you being faithful to announcing what you're doing and how you're helping people. And I want to thank Lonzine and Todd, hey babe, and Tamara, and people who are jumped on to watch this. You guys, please share this. You know somebody in Atlanta who could hit this class this weekend and change their life. They're going to thank you for it.
Absolutely.
But Coriya, you were saying so much. You don't have a clue some of the stuff that you're saying as you're talking that is resonating with me, because we do that to ourselves and then we want to blame somebody else. Right. We're like, I was going to walk today, but so-and-so called me and kept me on the phone for 30 minutes. That is your phone.
That's absolutely.
That is your phone.
There you go.
I want to do this, but my kids, they keep calling me and they keep doing this. Ma'am, who's the parent? Who is the parent?
I'm not trying to be funny. I have to keep referring back to this because there is a section in here that sets you up for that. It talks about the distractions. One of the things that you got to do when you have a big goal to accomplish, you have to sit down with the most important people in your life.
Let them know what's about to happen.
You need
and
to.
I'm not going back on this. I did that recently with Todd. I said, Babe, this is what I'm about to do. And he's one of the people who will hold you accountable. I'm like, oh, God, I have told him between him and
Todd.
Yes. Should I have told him? But you said something very important. You talked about distractions.
Yes.
I heard a very powerful message from Bishop Bronner this year. And he said that is the number one weapon of the enemy, distraction.
That's right.
And the tool that we've been given to fight that is focus.
Yep. Let me tell you, some things only go out by prayer and fasting.
Yes.
I want to tell y'all, okay? And you don't have to only do it the first few days of the year, the first few weeks of the year. You can do it anytime. And baby, let me tell you, when you start eliminating certain things and replacing it with other things, you don't want to go back.
No, you don't. You don't. And once you get focused, it feels so good to be accomplishing things.
Yes.
That it's even hard to let something distract you. Because you pick up on it. When you start to be aware, you pick up on it real quick, like, I'm getting distracted. I am getting distracted. Let me recenter myself. Yes, a lot of things look good. Right. A lot of business ventures are going to be fantastic for 2026, but you're going to start to ask yourself, how does this align with my goal and my vision? Because the moment you start chasing rabbits for money's sake, it's your opportunity to be blessed in your own space. I'm telling you, you can run a lot of stuff, you guys, and I'm not saying it's bad. There's a lot of good things out there, but it's their good thing. It's what they're supposed to do. If you stay focused, you're going to have a good thing too.
You said, chasing that rabbit or chasing the money and chasing this. Let me give y'all a piece of advice. If you want the provision, focus on the provider.
Yep.
And if you keep your eye on the provider, the provision will come.
Yep.
Period.
And stay in your lane. You're going to be disqualified running in somebody else's lane. You ain't even gonna make the finish line. You're gonna be all disqualified. Knees gonna be skin up. You're gonna be looking a hot mess.
That's right. Absolutely.
Somebody else's lane ran over. So have that vision in your head when you start veering and looking to the left and looking to the right, because everything looks good. The grass over there looks greener. That's because it's being watered and fertilized, ma'am. So
I like it a lot.
Water and fertilize your own grass, and it's going to be fabulous, and people will come and look at and be like, wow, this is beautiful. How did you create that? How can I get involved with you?
There you go. I love
it. And I'm all for multiple streams of income, but be known for something.
Oh my goodness. Be known for something is a good one.
For something, and make sure those things that you add make sense with each other. You know what I'm saying? You ain't over here growing tomatoes, and at the same time you're trying to teach at the university of somewhere on I don't know, fashion, and you're over here digging and selling tomatoes on the weekend, and oh,
Right.
it don't line up. If you're gonna sell something, if you're teaching fashion, go make some pillows or something. At least it's in the same, you know what I'm saying? Figure out a way to be so focused that when something comes, find out how it can enhance what you're
already doing. Absolutely.
it's incredible. And
I
there
love
is a way to do that. It's a way
Yeah.
to enhance your ultimate purpose. It's a way to enhance it. And
Absolutely. I
people
love
like
that.
me, people like Coriya will help you with that. And
Yeah.
we'll be honest with you guys, we're not going to be yes women.
No, ma'am.
You ask us something, we're going to be like, ma'am, sir, ma'am, why are you doing that?
Right.
Think
Because
about
you end up being mediocre at a whole lot and great at nothing. And you don't want to do that. You want to be, and just like you said, be known for something, but be known for something great. And it's possible.
Yes. And be known for something great that you are supposed to do.
There you go.
You said something, Coriya. You want people to attach to you, not necessarily because I need to be another Coriya. I need to duplicate myself. I heard a very smart man say that envy and copying other people is suicide.
Wow.
What you're saying is who I am is not enough.
Right.
So I'm going to go try to be like them. That's suicide. Why would you kill who you are? You're wonderfully made. You have your own talent and your own skill. And you may do the same thing that we do, but God may have given you a different twist on it. So you still can stay in your lane. You may be, I don't know, doing vision boards specifically for chefs because they have their own thing that they want to do, and you know how to get them there. Yep. So as a professional chef who's doing very well, you're still doing a vision board or you're still doing a faith board. It's still all by faith, but at least you're not going and saying, okay, I'm going to be a gold digger too. Okay, I'm going to go and do plan, pray, execute. You don't need to do that. Somebody's already doing it. But let us show you how to continue to be the beautiful person you are that God uniquely made. Stay in your lane and still do something you're passionate about. That's where it's at. That's my heart, to teach people how to be who they are. And let that be more than enough.
More than enough. I love it.
More than enough. So we are where are we at right now in time? We got about 10 more minutes. See how fast time goes when you're having fun.
Absolutely.
I've been alluding to it, you guys. She has this fantastic, I really wish I could be there. I'm jealous, but I do know that God has me in a place that I need to be for such a time as this. Because when we come together, we're going to cut up.
Oh, it's going to be, listen.
It's going to be fire. We're going to need 3 days. I'm telling you, Coriya.
Yeah.
Sorry. Easy. We're going to need multiple days to get this thing to come about. And it's going to be, what is your event going to be this weekend? You said the word.
Impact is I said, if I had to sum it up in one word, it would be impact, because that's what I'm called to do. I'm called to impact. And that is what will happen when you show up Saturday. I promise you will show up and you say, you know what? I never thought anything like this can exist. And I'm not bragging on me. I'm bragging on my God, because that's where it came. That's where the vision came from. Yes. And we're not coming to play. What this will not be is an arts and crafts project. What we do not have,
like you said before, I'm not doing arts and crafts. We're
not doing arts and crafts. What we will not have, your board may not be pretty. As long as you can understand it, it's going to be exactly what you need. But Pat, I want to say this before we leave too, because Faith Board experience is so much more than that day. It's so much more than vision.
That is true. That is true.
We do touches all throughout the year.
I love that.
Have you put this little pretty thing together on January 3rd and not talk to you again? We're going to get together in 30 days.
I love that accountability. Now that is key. You do know that is key. I love that. Because what's going to happen 30 days from now? I'm not going to get ready to get in front of Coach Coriya and tell her I haven't done anything.
And you haven't done anything.
Get started. So you have some accountability.
Right. The day of, we do a 30-day check-in. We do a mid-year in-person meetup if you're local. And then we do one with virtual for the folks that are not here, because we are going to live stream. So people all over the country will be able to attend this year. People have been asking me this forever. It's been on my faith board for a long time.
You need to do one in Africa, ma'am. You need to do
that part. And then we do a Finish Strong in November. I mean, y'all, we're not dropping you off on January 3rd and then that be it.
I love that. I love that. That's another thing that's different about what you're doing.
Absolutely.
For some people, it is an event. For you, it is, I think about staying in your lane. I think about a journey. It is a roadmap to where you're trying to get to, so that you can stay in your lane, but you have people keeping you accountable on the way. Why you done pulled off and been over here for months. Get back in, keep running this thing all the way to your goal. So I love that. That was brilliant. That was brilliant.
So all year long, this is a year-long experience for me and the group of ladies. There are ladies, there's one lady who's been to 12. There are several ladies who've been to 10 plus faith board experiences.
That's beautiful.
I have to scratch my head. I'm literally like,
it's an annual thing for them, because they know it works and they've built a community. I love that. Nobody's left behind. You build a community.
Absolutely.
And that's what's going to grow. And actually that's the message. We always get that. Start at home and then go out, but you're responsible. You are your brother or your sister's keeper. You absolutely are.
That part, Pat. We have to remind ourselves of that. We really are. Yes. We are. That's it.
So I love that we're putting up your the way to get in touch with you.
Yes.
And the link to join the Faith, I was going to say Faith Vision, the Faith Board Experience.
Yes.
Faithboard 2026.eventbrite.com.
That's it.
That is how you can grab your tickets and get them before they're gone, because I know you did some things to bless some people in the last week or so, and to make sure many people can come and be helped through this situation. Yeah. So please jump in there and grab these. That's why I did this. That's why I came back, you guys, on vacation. I came and sit here before we were ready to launch our new shows on January the 11th. I was like, no, my folks need to know this. My folks and anybody else we can reach. You guys like and share this too, by the way. Share it on your pages. Share it on your Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Share it, because you will be blessing somebody. Somebody needs to know that just because they haven't made it in the past, it was lack of knowledge.
Right. It's time. It's your time this year.
2026.
All the other years. It's your time this year to be attached to something great and accountable. Like you said, we're going to hold you accountable to your goals.
I love it. I love it. And so with that being said, we got a few minutes. You guys know how to get in touch with her. Can you tell her what you are on different posts, or actually definitely where you are, so they can connect with you, not just for this event, but to keep watching for future events as well?
I'm glad you said that. Just Coriya, JustCoriya, on all platforms. You can follow me there. That is my main page. Now I do have some other things that I do in travel, but you can always at least reach me at Just Coriya, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. Just Coriya. And you'll be able to find me that way and follow everything that I have going on, including Faith Board Experience, the coaching, the book.
I've been looking at you like, how does she do it all? Spirit. That's the only way. I'm telling you, I'm like, oh my gosh.
You gotta help her. You have to
watching her. She's making me tired just watching her. And everybody say that about me. They're like, girl, you be everywhere. I'm like, look at her stuff.
Pray, plan, execute.
That's it.
Pray, plan, execute. Yeah.
So we're about to jump off, but I want to thank people who locked in here. Lonzine, Todd. I'm seeing other people who jumped on. Jaleesa, Tamara, Virginia. You guys have people you love and you care about. If you can't be in Atlanta this weekend, you share that. You never know who's going to look at that and say, I need to start the new year off right. I'm tired of writing stuff down or even not writing stuff. How many people started out last year going, I need to put my vision board. I need to put my vision board on paper. You look up, it is January 31st.
There you go. Yes,
And,
ma'am.
February comes around. Then March, you're embarrassed. You're like, oh my God, I'm in the third quarter. And I have some people who say, hey, I don't even write mine until April because I like to get the first quarter out of the way and have a clearer vision. Whatever. I do know that plenty of people want to start the year off right. They're planning right now to start the year off right. And we still have hours. Do something for yourself in today. Today is New Year's Eve. Do something today that is going to make 2026 dreams and goals achievable. Go and sign up. And I'll be so glad when these vision board experiences are, or you can log in from wherever you are.
There you go.
That's coming. But I thank God that the people who are in that area can grab it. We have to get you to Oklahoma and Texas. We have to do some stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I've actually done a workshop in OKC before, but not with Pat Nash. So we know it's going to be different with Pat. Okay.
You already know. You already know, y'all. It's going to be unreal. She's going to probably have to tell me, calm down. Calm down. Y'all gonna have to tell us both to calm down. She's gonna say something. I'm gonna take off running one way, come back and crack up and say something. She's gonna take off the other direction. But you're gonna get powerful people who love helping other people, and that's a guarantee. And we pour our life into it. I appreciate you so much, girl. You know, I will send you a random text for all the things that you have done since I met you, and you've exposed other people to. I'm gonna have you back on and talk about other things that you do that are so impactful that my niece is still talking about and people in my community. And so we're going to have you back. But right now, you guys sign up for this. I'm telling you.
Get there.
Thank you, Lansing. She said, thanks, lady. What a powerful message.
Really. Thank you.
Yeah, she's awesome. That's my girl. So with that being said, if you guys have any questions, you can hit up this chat with your questions or compliments or comments or whatever. Hit up this chat as you're sharing it. And then I know I will be keeping my eye open and trying to answer what I see after this is over. And we're going to air it again at 9:00 tonight. Perfect. So if you have somebody that you want to see this show that is live now will be aired again at 9 p.m. Is that Eastern or Central Time?
I believe that's EST. Is what?
Okay, 9 p.m. Like my regular show, 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. It'll be showing again for other people who want to jump on and maybe get some hints and insight on how to meet their goals this year in 2026.
Here we go. Thank you all. Thank you, Pat. Thank you so much for coming out of holiday retirement and having me.
Holiday time and all the festivities, girl. That's fine. I'll be ready.
Thank you.
Thank you all again for joining Pat Nash Talks, where we have straight talks from the heart. And our heart is that you succeed in 2026. So look up the Faith Board Experience. Right now it's in Atlanta, but trust me when I say these things are coming to a city near you in some form or fashion. 2026. So with that being said, thank you, Coriya.
Thank you.
Such a beautiful soul inside and out.
Thank you so much for having me.
All right. Good night, everyone. Thank you for showing up. Appreciate you.
Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, or the thoughts I have towards you." And can I tell you, I've jacked up some of those plans, but what I'm not going to jack up is my purpose. Right? January 3rd, 2026 Faith Board Experience is going down. Y'all, it is all new. The formula was not broken, but we're taking it to a different level because new levels require different things. And I'm not trying to leave you behind. January 3rd, 2026 at Riverside Epicenter Faith Board Experience.